All right. We got some stuff to talk about. Number one, PFL's commentary team is absolutely awful to listen to. Awful. Dan Hardy was really good in the UFC, I thought, like commentary wise as a fighter, mid, but had fun performances. My favorite moment of him is obviously Carlos Condit, but whatever. Uh, uh, the commentary team is so bad. Like they just kept saying like, "Oh, he's tired. Oh, this is crazy. I can't wait to go back and rewatch this fight." It's like 2, 3 rounds in. Now for the fight, Umar Nurmagomedov, or not Umar, Usman Nurmagomedov wins 47-47, 48-46, and 48-46. I thought it was closer than 4-1. I thought the commentary team, again, like I said, was just terrible. Like, not even like bad, legitimately just awful. And it's the same thing that I've always hated with the commentary team. They just talk. They're not saying anything to anybody. They're not educating anybody when they're doing their commentary. They're just like, oh, he's with the pressure. Oh my goodness. Paul Hughes, he's looking good. Oh, Usman, he's looking tired. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's just like people that can't watch it and they're listening, they're not understanding what you're saying. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it. I get caught in the moment in some fights sometimes, but I do my very best to let people know what is going on. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but I've seen enough of this PFL bullcrap commentary team to know they're just bad. Like I said, 3-2 Usman is fine. There's an argument that Paul Hughes did enough because of the pace, the pressure he was putting on, really the pressure he was putting on Usman. The problem is in key moments, Usman is able to get a hold of him, and Paul Hughes gives up these takedowns that not a lot of happens, but in these tight, close rounds, that's what the judges are scoring. Now, do I think we've seen some awful scorecards. Awful. The problem is you get these things like Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso. I think the second fight, whatever the draw was, I believe the second one. I thought Usman looked tired as the second round came. It looked like he was taking deep breaths, but he was fighting all right. I thought Paul Hughes could have used more body shots. He seemed to be intimidated by advancing, even though he was pressuring, advancing, which means putting the pressure on him and also fighting. He was putting pressure on him, but he wasn't doing much. A lot of good body shots towards the end. I thought he could have mixed it in a little bit better. I don't know why people were counting out Paul Hughes as much as they were. I thought Usman was going to win, but that doesn't mean I'm like, oh, he's going to destroy Paul. No. No. You're able to catch and you're able to hurt McKee like he did. He didn't finish him. You're able to catch and hurt him like he did. You're going to be very good. Now, the interesting thing is if they fight again. Then we have a fight. Paul Hughes probably goes back and fights somebody. Who the hell knows who, but I had to look at the rankings. The biggest issue is the commentary team. The commentary team is so, whether you hate DC, John Anik, Rogan, they are awful. Awful. The PFL commentary team. And like I said, I like Dan Hardy. I may have said Dan Hooker. I meant Hardy. I like Dan Hardy. I like him. I liked him as a commentary person in the UFC. I thought he got screwed in the UFC. The issue is, again, with that company is so bad. Also, the card was fucking awful. I like Nemkov. Fighting Timothy Johnson is not a fight. Sorry to tell you, not a fight. Timothy Johnson has shown nothing besides the surprise knockout, I think, against Tyrell Fortune, I think his name was. Something like that. That crazy knockout that he had gotten. But he wasn't great in the UFC. And statistically, record-wise, he was better than the UFC. He's just had bigger moments outside of the UFC because he's not fighting as good of competition. Nemkov, whether he just lost his first time or not, Timothy Johnson is a stepping stone for Nemkov. You know, so am I surprised about that outcome? Not even close. I just think as an organization, for instance, it's like Fighter and the Kid, Brendan Shaw, former UFC fighter, announced that he was going to be a commentator for the GFL. Now, I like the GFL because I like competition. I just like that. You're really gonna take me out of it if your commentary sucks. You're really, and I can handle UFC's commentary all day, every day. Whether they say ridiculous things or not, they still know what they're talking about. They're still advancing the program, the product. You know, PFL is not doing that. They're just speaking. They're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh ooh he yeah, oh ha, blah, 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 blah. It's a whole bunch of bullcrap. You know, you got to hear this fucking bobbling idiot, not Hardy, the other guy, fought in the UFC. It was just, I had to mute the audio and just watch the fight. Watch the fight. There was a lot of opportunities there for Paul Hughes. A lot. Because of his pressure. And he was doing really good with Usman, making him back up, which Usman does better moving forward. Once you can take away that kicking distance, you can do a lot of good things. Paul Hughes took the kicking distance away, but he left Usman's, he just let him fight. Let him continue. Let him advance. I don't know. Strange there. But, yeah, just baffling. 47-47. Oh, yeah, because of the, they took a point away. They were like, Usman had Paul Hughes' back, and Paul Hughes, like, spun out of it, and he got accidentally kicked in the nuts. If you're taking a fucking point for that, take it in the UFC too, Mike Beltran. I believe that's who the referee was. Why are you taking it there but not taking it in the UFC? What are we doing here? What are we doing? That's a bullshit. Fine, take the point, but they also got eye pokes. It was also a clash of heads. You're going to take a point for that. Why the fuck aren't you taking points for other things? I don't know. Just things I don't like. But if you guys want me to do a video on the GFL breaking down the roster, please let me know. This will be my test to see if I should do a video on that or not. Let me know if I should do one on the GFL rosters. Brendan Shaw being a commentator. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, peace.